Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can avoid the dangers of plastic car ramps and build your own using 2x10s. And it even has a removable back chalk. For this project I used 2x10s, wood screws, and a dowel rod, bringing the total cost to $36. For these ramps, I decided that I'm going to make them 45 inches long, and that's going to help me to maximize my three 8-foot 2x10s to get the most out of my material. I started off by taking some measurements on my first 2x10 and cutting it to 45 inches. I used a miter saw for this project, but you can also use a circular saw and turn it to a 45-degree angle to make your cuts. If you're using a miter saw like I am, you're also going to want to set that to 45-degree angle for these cuts. I started off by cutting my first 2x10 in two 45-inch pieces, one for each ramp. So I've got my first two pieces cut here at the 45-degree angle, and I just laid them out here to test out my spacing, and I think that the optimal for this car is going to be about 7 inches apart. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and cut other pieces. These are 45 inches. I'm going to cut 7 inches shorter for each additional layer. So the next one is going to be 38 inches, and then 31 inches, and then 24 inches for the last row. Next, I measured out and marked my cuts and continued to make them on the miter saw. I also cut a few small strips which are going to serve as part of the stop block. In each video, I like to share a Bible verse, and today's verse is from Psalm 34. I hope that you find it encouraging. Alright, so we've got our pieces cut, and now what I'm going to do is show you how to secure these all together. Okay, so now you're going to want to line up your smallest two pieces. So this is the shortest piece here, this is the second shortest piece here. And I'm going to secure them from the bottom so the screws are going to be hidden. I wanted to make sure that my screw heads were not protruding above the surface. So I used a countersink bit to pre-drill and then just used my impact driver to drive in the screws. But you could also use a drill if that's what you have. If you're still watching, thanks so much for hanging with me, and I hope that you would consider liking this video and also subscribing to the channel for some other future builds. Thank you so much for your support. I continued the process of assembling the pieces and putting them together. Just make sure that you're extra careful to line them up correctly, because I did make some mistakes that I had to go back and undo later that I didn't capture on camera. Alright, so I've got my two pieces assembled here. They're looking really good, but now it is time to add the stop block, and I think that's absolutely one of the most important features. So I'm just going to drill a pilot hole and screw this into my top layer. So the other feature that I wanted to add to this build was a stop block that's removable, that's going to go behind the wheel. So after you roll up on the ramp, I'm going to basically have some little holes for dowels, and this is going to sit in here. So I'm going to drill a pilot hole with a 3/8 inch bit and go ahead and create that little jig. I ended up unintentionally drilling my holes at a little bit of an angle, so just be mindful of that if you drill your holes by hand like I did. I was having a little bit of trouble with my dowels getting stuck, so I just used some sandpaper to clean up the ends and it slid in a lot more smoothly. The last step of making the stop blocks was applying some wood glue and just letting it dry for a few minutes. I wiped off some of the excess to make sure I wasn't going to have any issues sliding it in later. And now to test the final product. I was super pleased with these ramps. They didn't slide at all and you can tell that they're super sturdy. I also like that they don't have some of the structural integrity questions that come with some of the plastic ramps. And the rear stop block is a great safety feature that just slides in right behind the tire once you've rolled up on top. And when you finish doing the work that you need to do, all you have to do is slide it out of place and roll back down the ramp. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the link in the description to my website for a detailed cut list for this build. I'll see you in the next video.